What's up, guys? Sitting here tonight working on a batch of these stone flies for a buddy, so I figured I'd do a little video on this one. This is like a, I guess you could call it a Pat's rubber leg or something like that, but yeah, I got a couple dozen to do for my pal, so trying to knock a few out before I get ready to go to work here in half hour, 45 minutes or so. But anyways, 3.5 millimeter tungsten bead, and this is a 2x long barbless nymph hook. Can't remember the brand, to be honest with you. I don't have the package sitting here. I usually just dump my hooks out in a couple little containers, and then I just label the size and stuff. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to start the thread in front of that bead, and we're going to attach the front antenna. For the legs on this fly, it's this stuff is man, I can't remember the name of it, to be quite honest with you, but it black rubber legs. It's like some kind of silicone stretchy stuff, but it works good for legs. They're not uniform, so your finished fly, usually if you're tying a bunch of them, they never look the same. You really can't make this stuff perfectly set. It just does kind of what it wants to do. You'll see here, but I think that makes for a good fly. It got a lot of movement in this stuff, and it really brings the fly to life. So pinch your thread back up. I'm going to set these with the 2 light wraps. Once you get them on there, kind of before you get it too tight, put them where you want them, about like that. Lock them in there, and then we're just going to go ahead and do a little triple whip finish on there. Remove your thread, slide that bead back up, come up there and trim some of that stuff out of your way. I got some 2.5 or 0.025 lead wire. I'm gonna put 7 to 8 turns of this on there. Break it off, push that up in the bead, and remove that last piece of lead there with your fingernail. You know, I just realized I don't have my mic on this camera, so hopefully you guys can hear it pretty good. Still, that's my bad. Had the camera out taking pictures of the kids and stuff earlier, and I didn't need the microphone for all that. Anyway, same thing with your tail. What we're going to do is make it so the butt ends of this stuff butt right up against the end of the lead wire, and bring that back down to right for the bend of the hook. Go ahead and trim some of that out the way. And we're going to use this this is Spirit River variegated chenille coffee black, that UV2 stuff. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna pull a little bit of that off there. It's kind of all spun up on 2 little pieces of cotton rope there, and we're gonna catch that in right there at the end. And then we're gonna mess this thread up a little bit. Oh, didn't get in there as good as I thought I did I? No, sir. Hopefully that doesn't cause any problems here in a minute. About right here. Let's go about right. Oh, not quite the middle. A little bit past the middle. We're going to add our 2 side legs. Just 2 wraps. Turn your vise over. Once you get those set, then you just advance your thread up to the front of the hook. And what I like to do before I wrap, you can keep all this stuff from getting in your way. Take your thread and make 2 little wraps over that, and that'll help keep that out of the way as you wrap this stuff up. 1, 2, 3, and then pull it tight. One wrap through the middle here of your side legs. Wrap in front of them to make them stand out. And then you get up here behind the bead and lock that stuff down in there nice and good. Couple turns. Be careful not to cut your legs off doing this. I've done that quite a few times on accident. And that's it, man. Put your whip finish on there. And that's it. That's your little Pat's rubber leg or little girdle bug or whatever you want to call this thing. Going in here and tighten up some of these legs. Like I said before, none of them come out the same. They always want to do their own little thing, these legs here, but I think they make for a good stonefly. A lot of movement, as you can see. You know, it's not really the best looking fly appealing to the human eye, you know, but I tell you what, this fly catches a lot of daggone fish. It's pretty simple to tie, pretty fast to tie. You know, it's a great pattern. It definitely gets the job done. And if you're like me and you like quick patterns that are easy to tie, that are very effective, this is definitely one of those patterns. There's 100 million different stonefly patterns you can tie, and they're all good, but this is what I like to use 90% of the time. There's a couple other ones I tie, but this is the one that I usually tie on, and it usually gets the job done. So anyway, I hope you guys can hear me pretty good. Like I said, no microphone tonight. Forgot to turn that on or put that on the camera here, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. Lots more to come, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. God bless.